Hi everyone, this is Jeanne-Marie Taylor of Jeanne-Marie Taylor Muse on Facebook, and it's March 30th, 2020, and if you listen really closely, you might hear the sound of some crickets. I'm sitting out on my porch right now on my screened porch, and just out here in a rural area. Really, really nice and quiet, which is a nice change. It's been a busy day. It has not been my favorite day, but it has been a good day because these days are days that we get to spend with each other. And you know, I've learned through some really difficult things that have happened to me in my life that as long as I have just one or two or three really close people, even just one, if you have just one person you can be real with, that's just amazing, isn't it? And if you have a bunch of nice acquaintances or real friends on Facebook, that's amazing too. It really helps, doesn't it, for us to be able to go through this together. And I feel so grateful for that, don't you? I mean, think about it, everyone. Think about back in the dark ages, quote unquote. You know, it wasn't that long ago we didn't have the internet. We didn't have Facebook. We didn't have email. We didn't have a way to reach out so quickly. And so it's really amazing that we have this, and we tend to take that for granted. And you know, we're able to do anything. We're able to go through anything because we have each other. Right? So I know it's hard. Some of us were told today that we're in states where we will have to be staying at home longer than we would have wanted. And I know that that's hard. I know that that's hard, but I want you to remember this old homespun wisdom that we all grew up with, that we try to train our thoughts on the good. We try to train our thoughts on what we have rather than what we don't have, what we are able to do rather than ways in which we are disabled. So I guess that's my thought today. I know it's going to be hard for a lot of us to stay locked up longer in our homes. Don't forget also, many of us can get out and walk in our communities. You want to just really make sure that you're staying apart from people. And these days, honestly, I think that we all ought to consider doing what the Czechoslovakians are doing, which is they are stemming the tide of COVID-19 by wearing face masks. But whatever your decision is, just remember in all likelihood, there is a way for you to go safely outside. And there is a way to open a window. There is a way to interact with nature. You're able to interact with other people. You're able to hear my voice. And a very beautiful meditation you can do when you get just completely frustrated is to quiet yourself just for a minute or two and notice 5 things that you can see. This is just a sensory thing. It's a great exercise. 5 things you can see. So in my case, I can see a ceiling fan. I can see some Christmas decorations I never took down. Oh, if the light were better, I could probably see some garbage cans over there. A table, chairs. So do you notice what I just did? I completely distracted myself from whatever it was that I was feeling before. Right? So I'm just like you. I was feeling a little bit overwhelmed. But as soon as I put my focus on that, 5 things I could see, it just really helped. So the next thing that you can do is 4 things that you can hear. So for me, I am hearing crickets. Oh, did anybody hear that? I just heard a little frog. So crickets, frog, I need 2 more so I can hear the sound of our septic system. Okay, and then I hear another frog back in the distance. So, so you can tell it's really quiet, really quiet where I live. And I'm going to give myself points for for that second frog, because he was way off in another direction. And then try to notice 3 things that you can feel. So one thing that comes to mind for me is the way that I'm sitting. I can feel my right knuckles against the metal of my laptop. And of course, I can feel my butt in the chair. That's an easy one. And I can feel just the slightest bit of a breeze. So isn't this amazing? So many of you are now getting a little bit sleepier, a little bit more relaxed. And just notice how just simply being in the moment can help us move forward, whether that's move forward with our day or move forward into the night, move forward into sleep. And then the next thing that you can do is see if you can smell anything. So for me, I smell a little bit of the smell of, you know how it smells after it rains? That's what it smells like right now. And I think I'm smelling also, this is going to sound funny, a little bit of a smell of dust. Yeah, just like a little bit of accumulated dust out here on the porch. That's what I think I'm smelling. And so when we do this, when we tune in to our surroundings and we place our thoughts there, do you notice what happens? It's impossible to be stressed and overwhelmed when we're doing that. It's a beautiful mindfulness meditation. And it's short, it's sweet, and it'll help you. And I hope that you enjoyed it. And now let's do something. Let's really quickly gather our thoughts. And I want you just to imagine that you're sitting in a circle with me and with everybody else who's listening. We're all sitting in a beautiful circle. Let's have a campfire in the middle of the circle, okay? Like, I really like to roast marshmallows. I think it's a lot of fun. So let's just have a campfire, and we're all sitting around in a circle. And what do you think about this? How about we all send gratitude up out into the world? It sometimes feels kind of hard to do that when we're going through hard times. But you know one thing I feel so grateful for? I feel so grateful that we have amazing men and women in our hospitals. They are having difficult times, y'all. Why don't we say a little beautiful love prayer? Why don't we send them a little love note right now? As a group, we can just say thank you. Thank you so much for being on the front lines, for being out there. Thank you for your schooling. Thank you for going into this line of work. Thank you for loving humanity enough to show up every day at your job when you probably don't feel like it, and when the rest of us get to just sit here and watch Netflix and sometimes complain. Thank you for allowing us to be safe. Thank you for taking care of our relatives' needs. You know, when we send little love notes like that to people, they do get them. They get them absolutely at a certain level. They might not be conscious of it, but they get it. Trust me, they get it. We can see the movement of energy. Those of us who are clairvoyant, we can see the movement of messages and energies across the world or across the country. And I also want to say a little prayer for all of the families, all of the loved ones and friends of all of you listening. Let us all put our minds together, put our hearts together. And we can summon our angels. We can ask our guardians and our guides to come and be closer and to protect our loved ones. Anybody who might be ill or suffering or scared. And we can ask that these people be lifted up on the wings of beautiful slumber right now. We can ask that they be protected by a team of angels. You know, angels do exist, y'all. I used to think it was kind of mythological, right? I used to think it was just written about in the Bible, but yeah, they're really real. And the reason why I know that is because I'm clairvoyant and I can see them. And I really want you to know that they're close. They're close. They're here. And they're here to help. And they're going to help us get through it. And we are going to help each other get through it. And I'm not going anywhere, and you're not going anywhere. And so I hope that by now, anybody who wants to fall asleep is almost asleep. I'm sending you so much love. Thank you for spending this time. And I just want to invite you now to get really comfortable and just get ready to float off into a long night's sleep. And just take a deep breath and just let it go. Just allow another breath to come in, not forcing it. You know, one of the things that we need to do right now is not to force things. We're not in charge. And just relax your body. And let your air out and in and out and in again. So gently. If you're still awake, if you're still with me, I want you to imagine a beautiful, beautiful golden light, like a beautiful meteor coming down from the heavens, coming down toward you. And inside of it is the energy of love and hope and joy and fulfillment. We can still feel these things now. Beauty. And just allow that energy to come closer to you. Closer and closer. Until it feels like it's right above your chest and your head. And allow that beautiful cosmic divine energy to now enter your heart, to come into your head, to soothe your thinking, as you drift off to sleep now, just know that this light is holding you. You are not alone. You are seen. You are understood. You are treasured. You are cherished. I'm not going to lie, tomorrow might be another hard day, but we'll be together again tomorrow. And thank you for being with me tonight. Good night, everyone.